Hi everyone, so this is reading number 5, I believe, from my book Pieces, 50 short stories about being human. And today's chapter is called Another Shit or Shift, depending when you read the inserted F. This time I've actually read from the end of the chapter. Normally I start with the beginning, and then I'll talk about what's this chapter about and what in my life led me to it. So let's just get down to the reading. All right. Now that I feel connected to my body and I'm able to read its messages as blessings instead of a curse, now that I am able to observe my mind as it spins stories that bring unhelpful emotions in, now that I am able to listen, learn and grow after the initial shock, every situation I encounter I perceive as an opportunity as opposed to a problem. Opportunities to learn, to grow, to practice kindness and compassion are abundant, and they will be presented to us constantly and indefinitely, no matter how many times we succeed or fail. I'm at peace with the fact that my growth and therefore life's challenges might be never ending. I'm okay with the shifts in consciousness that are ahead of me, and I'm no longer naive nor arrogant enough to think I'll ever be done, and I'm finally fine with that. There will be another challenge, and it might feel like shit, and it is likely to be followed by a major shift, but I'm ready. All right, so this chapter is basically me reflecting on those moments in your life when things don't go exactly according to plan, and you might experience some really pretty hard times and challenges. And I definitely many times thought, like, why me? Like, why is this happening again? Like, why can't I just have a stretch in my life when everything goes well and nothing goes wrong and I can just chill? Why there's always something coming up that's difficult, that, makes me feel bad. It makes me feel shit, why it keeps happening. And then there were times when I would think, oh, I've done so much work, but it was through, I don't know, reading books or retreats or therapy, you name it. And I would think, okay, I'm sorted. I now know exactly how to deal with whatever comes, and I've dealt with all my problems and I'm all good now. It's usually in those moments that some shit would come my way to teach me a lesson of humility. And then there is a plenty and plenty I still need to do and learn. And really that's what the chapter is about. It's my realization that it's my arrogance and it's my victimhood that was bringing me down, that as long as I just accept life as it is and don't feel like it's targeting me or think that I'm somehow immune to it just because of what I've already come through, as long as I'm just able to take whatever comes my way and without judgment of it, just say, okay, this is what's happening, and I'll deal with it and I grow through it. And actually, so far, when I'm looking back, everything I've experienced, no matter how shit it was at the time, has come in handy. My depression, my suicidal thoughts, enable me to be understanding of people who go through similar situations, and be able to listen to them in a way they need to be listened to, and be able to offer advice that it's practical because I've been through it. But it's not just that, it's a lot of different things, like, you know, changing jobs, changing careers, not just jobs, but like whole careers, and moving to different country, and getting married and leaving my husband and being there when he passed away, and all these experiences, and how I got through them, and I'm still here and I'm still going strong. It taught me lessons that I'm now able to not just use for myself and hopefully for my child, but also to use for others, to help others to feel understood and not so isolated in their struggles. And that even if in the situation I'm right now, being single parent, going through all the difficulties I am with having to change my whole life for this little one, and having to work with the system, to help me with accommodation, all that stuff, all these struggles. I just know that not only I'm gonna be okay, because I just have no other option. I know I have the capacity to deal with whatever's coming up because I've dealt with so much already, but also I know that I'll be able to use this experience and this knowledge I'm gaining to help others in a ways that I wouldn't be otherwise. And it's also helped me to understand big portions of our society that I never had an understanding of. It's certainly making me less judgmental, not just of myself but of others as well. And again, my compassion and kindness is only growing. But I think that's where the choice comes in. Because when we're dealing with a situation like this, a shit situation, we can either choose to be a victim of it, to perceive it as something that's happening to us and we have no control over what's happening in our life, and we can't make any choices and everything's too difficult and poor me, and it's fault of this person and that person, or that situation and this situation. When we externalize it and make it something that's happening to us, we completely disempower ourselves and make that experience even more negative than it needs to be. And it's harder to get out of it because we feel like we can't. But when you look at it from perspective of as an opportunity and really understand that you have the tools you need and you have the support you need, as long as you're willing to look for it. If you take action, if you take responsibility for what's happening and say, okay, I might not have caused it, but it is happening now, and I need to do something about it, and you'll look for solutions until you find one. And you always will, I promise you. If there's a problem, there's a solution, and the only thing you need to do is keep looking. And I know it can sound challenging when you feel shit, when you feel depressed, when you feel low, but that's where it's so important for you to ask for help, look for support, whether it's friends, family, or charities, whatever it takes. Take responsibility and do something about it. Don't be a victim, but also don't be so arrogant to think that you suddenly, because you had a bit of a therapy or attended some course, that suddenly you never experience any shit ever again. Because that's when you'll be taught a lesson. All right. There's obviously more in the chapter, so feel free to read it for yourself. My book is now available on Amazon in Kindle form or this massive paperback form. It's called Pieces by Christina and Matej. 52 short stories about being human. Enjoy. Take care.